Well, good morning, Kentuckiana. It's 6 a.m. here on your Finally Friday. I'm Grace McKenna. We're glad you're joining us for kind of this early kickoff to the weekend like we like to celebrate on GMK. I've got Matt Breland with me. Unfortunately, Matt, with rain to talk about, but it sounds like we might get a little bit of dry time in there.
You know what? I'm thinking as we head into the evening time, I know the College World Series starts off today with the Louisville Cards, and that's going to hopefully be dry for us. It's looking like so far our weather models are wanting to keep things drier for our Friday evening, but we do have a rainy start. Still waiting on sunrise across downtown. We're getting ready for a round of cloudy conditions headed our direction, and these rain showers are going to be arriving as we head into the afternoon hours. Up to an inch of rainfall is possible, but we are tracking warmer conditions as we head into next week. We've got clouds still developing across Kentuckiana, and those showers starting to shape up farther off towards our west, all connected to this area of low pressure that's going to be responsible for keeping us fairly rainy for the rest of our Friday afternoon, and this will carry over into Saturday morning. So as I mentioned, the Louisville Card game happening at 7 p.m. against Oregon State. Temperatures are going to be warm. It will be in the upper 80s, and then we're expecting a few of those showers to pop in just before that. So it is going to be a bit of a muggy afternoon for us, especially before these showers arrive. We're expecting rain showers to still continue as we head into the afternoon time. I would say between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. is whenever we're expecting most of that activity to linger around Kentuckiana. As we head past 6 p.m., showers will weaken and be way more brief, and then we'll stay a bit more quiet throughout the nighttime hours with the exception of a few isolated showers. But headed into Saturday morning, we've got cloudy conditions headed our direction, along with more widespread showers and thunderstorms by Saturday afternoon. A full breakdown all about those details coming up in just a little bit. Here's a quick check of traffic this morning. So far, all of our major interstates are looking good to go. We don't have any holdups, no crashes. We are still doing okay this morning. If we have any holdups, we'll let you know. Grace?
Matt, thank you. Now to our top story this morning, a major escalation in the Middle East. Israel has launched airstrikes against Iran targeting nuclear sites. Iran's supreme leader is now promising severe punishment. The U.S. is taking action, too, launching a task force to prepare for a possible evacuation of Americans. ABC's Perry Russell has the details.
This morning, the Middle East on edge after Israel carried out major attacks on Iran, aimed at decimating Iran's nuclear program in hopes of preventing the country from building a nuclear bomb. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu calling it Operation Rising Lion.
If not stopped, Iran could produce a nuclear weapon in a very short time. It could be a year, it could be within a few months, less than a year. This is a clear and present danger to Israel's very survival.
Netanyahu says they targeted Iran's nuclear weaponization program, main enrichment facility, and scientists he says were working on a bomb. Iranian state TV says 2 top nuclear scientists were killed, including this man, Freydun Abbasi. This morning, Iran's supreme leader promising severe punishment on Israel. In Iran's capital of Tehran, the injured sitting on sidewalks, this building blown apart, with rubble coating cars.
Israel will never allow those who call for our annihilation to develop the means to achieve that goal.
In Tel Aviv, people stocking up on supplies amid fears of Iran's retaliation. Hospitals preparing underground medical facilities. Tel Aviv's airport now closed until further notice. The Trump administration distancing itself from the strikes. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says, "We are not involved in strikes against Iran, and our top priority is protecting American forces in the region. Let me be clear. Iran should not target U.S. interests or personnel."
You have talks between the United States and Iran that have been moving forward on the Iranian nuclear program, and Israel believes these talks won't work.
Perry Russell, ABC News, Washington.
The U.S. and Iran were supposed to resume nuclear talks on Sunday. It's not clear where that now stands. President Trump told Fox News Iran cannot obtain a nuclear bomb. We're hoping to return to the negotiating table. New this morning, a federal appeals court has temporarily blocked a judge's order requiring President Trump return control of 4,000 National Guard troops to California Governor Gavin Newsom. Trump federalized the troops in response to massive anti-ICE protests in Los Angeles. The appeals court move came just hours after a U.S. district judge ruled Trump's federalization violated the Constitution. But that order has now been put on hold to allow the administration time to appeal. The appeals court will hear arguments on whether or not to extend the stay on Tuesday. It comes as Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg says the city is prepared ahead of large demonstrations expected in Louisville tomorrow for what organizers call No King's Day, protesting Trump administration policies. The nationwide protests coincide with a military parade in Washington, D.C. Rallies here in Louisville are expected to begin at noon outside Metro Hall. Greenberg says the city expects things to stay peaceful, but is prepared to act if the tone shifts.
Monday night was an incredibly safe protest, and we're hoping for the same on Saturday. We are well prepared, and we encourage everyone that wants to be a part of it and express their First Amendment rights to do it in a safe and legal way.
Metro Police also said they are ready, noting they have updated crowd control and protest policies. As summer heats up, Louisville families are heading to public pools to cool off, but starting Sunday, they'll need to pack a little differently. A new clear bag policy is going into effect at all city pools. It's a move officials say is about safety and efficiency.
It's going to make it quicker as far as the bag search policy and the ability to get people through the lines, because sometimes when it's been at max capacity, it can take a while to work through that. But again, it's just one more step as far as security is concerned.
The change comes after 2 recent incidents of violence near the new Algonquin pool. On Sunday, 2 men were shot at the nearby basketball court, and on the pool's opening day, police say a 15-year-old boy fired shots in the park nearby. Community members we spoke to say they hope the policy will keep trouble out and families safe. A new lawsuit is accusing LMPD of unlawful arrest and assault. Homus Sanders is suing Mayor Greenberg and several LMPD officers, saying he was arrested during a police sweep near Standard Avenue and Dixie Highway in May of last year. Sanders says officers ordered him to leave the area despite him not breaking any laws and used excessive force when he refused. According to the suit, police were clearing the area ahead of a visit from the mayor.
That there was directive orders from the top to come down and clean this place up. It wasn't to come clean up the trash that you see behind here.
Sanders' attorney released this body camera footage of the event. The mayor's office denies the allegations, and LMPD told us it does not comment on pending litigation. The city has also settled with a woman who was wrongly charged and convicted in a 2006 murder case. Metro Louisville has agreed to pay Janetta Carr $2.9 million after a lawsuit alleged Louisville police coerced her testimony. She was 16 years old when she was arrested and charged in the strangling death. No DNA evidence tied her to the crime. Carr was sentenced to 20 years in prison, and then Governor Matt Bevin pardoned her in 2019.